Hi there, blessings, happy new year, lunar new year, Chinese new year, year of the wood dragon. I got some dragon incense here. Woo! Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings, welcome. How are you all doing? Welcome. Thanks for catching me live. If you're joining me, thanks for catching the replay. I am Drasmin and this is Dragom Oracle. And I am here to bring to you a special tarot reading for this Lunar New Year. What is going to be a key theme that's coming up for you through this Lunar New Year? Now, this new year is the year of the wood dragon. And some of you might be wondering, what the fuck is the wood dragon? So first of all, the dragon is the only mystical animal, shall we say, in the Chinese zodiac. Now, the current construct of the world is a little fucked up, in case you all didn't notice. And so we are celebrating 3 New Years instead of 1, because we can't seem to just recognize that we are all one. So we have the Gregorian New Year, which is on January 1st. We have the Lunar New Year, which just happened a couple days ago. I was in temple and Sunday is my sacred day of pause. And so here I am, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, kind of. I've been feeling a little sleepy and tired today, and I just had a really hard time waking up today. I went outside, I drank some yummy tea, and I'm just you know what, I just gotta get on live and be with all of you and connect with all of you and do this reading for all of you. So we have the second New Year, the Lunar New Year, and then the third New Year, the one I get most excited about personally, is the zodiacal New Year around the spring equinox, when we are complete with the 12 signs of the zodiac and we start with Aries again. So within these transmissions, because it is the year of the wood dragon, the dragons and Lyrians came through at the beginning of the year with a power and prosperity codes transmission, and it is a 3-part transmission. So the part 1 came through live at the beginning of the year. I recorded part 2 over the awakened, and that is now available on my YouTube channel. Please give yourself at least 24 hours after watching part 1 before receiving part 2, and then set the date, mark your calendars for part 3 coming up on around March 18th. Okay, so if you're interested in checking out and receiving that transmission, I encourage and empower you to do so, because it is a really yummy transmission that helps activate and amplify, or activate and anchor, and then in March we're going to amplify your legacy. And the hint for you is, you are the legacy, darling. Okay, you are the legacy. So let me put the stick of incense down. I'm going to put the stick of incense in the world. Look at this cute little globe. Y'all know I've talked about this globe before. I keep it in my shell. Come on, why won't you get through the hole? That's what he said. Okay, Dr. Brown's like, oh yes. Okay, all right, so we got our incense in the world. Around the world, around the world, around. Now it won't fucking stay. Come on, help a woman out. Around the world, around the world. How are you doing in this moment? I want to know. Where are you tuning in from? How is your mind? How is your heart? How is your body? I clearly am out of practice. I can't seem to get this in the hole today. Okay. I just like, I think I'm just in like this really like playful mood today. And that's why it's been really hard for me to wrap my head around work. I just shifted my workflow and my live schedule, so I'm not doing Monday lives anymore. For those of you who have been following me in my private Facebook group, Empowered Sensitives Portal, I was going live on Mondays, and now that has been shifted to Wednesdays. So threw me off a little bit today when I woke up. I was like, oh, gotta get up and get dressed. And I was like, wait, I have some time to be chill. And I think that made me a little lazy today. But I'm here now. So here we are. So Year of the Wood Dragon. What is the Wood Dragon? So some of the qualities of, so first of all, the dragon energy is the embodiment of all of the elements. Okay, so the dragons symbolize being fully in our power, being fully activated in our power, being fully in alignment with our passionate purpose, being in our sovereign, authentic truth, you know, living our values, speaking our boundaries, expressing our desires, doing the soul work to continue harmonizing and co-creating with life. Okay, so that is the dragon energy. It brings in all the elements. Okay, and the wood dragon specifically has some key traits with it. First of all, the wood is the earth, the earth matter, right? Wood, it comes from trees. Trees are ancient sentient beings that provide life, that have the memory of all of life. Their roots go deep into the earth. You know, the redwood roots, actually, they branch out and they start intertwining with roots of other trees, and that's how they connect and communicate with redwoods across the wherever across the land. And that's why that there's this myth, or I've heard this saying anyway a couple of times from people, are like, oh, trees walk. Well, that's how they walk. They walk through their roots and they connect and they speak to each other, and the mushies, the beautiful little silly guys, mushrooms, come along and carry the messengers, like the nervous system of the earth. They are transporting messages from different trees. So the wood spirit really talks about, the wood dragon talks about anchoring our roots, anchoring our legacy. How are we choosing to live our everyday lives, the mundane, the intimacy of the moment in this here now. Okay, it's about personal leadership, you know, because trees are strong, and they're independent, so to speak, and they defy gravity, right? So the wood dragon, especially now that we have fully shifted into Pluto in Aquarius, there's going to be a little bit of a dance later this year where it goes back into Capricorn, just for a final like whoop. And then we're going to be in the Plutonic Aquarian energy. Eliza, thank you so much for that comment. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Thank you. The comment was, how are you not famous yet? I am famous, darling, in the galactic cosmic plane. The earth people got to catch up. I'm a little much for the earth plane, so I'm working on it, all right? Thanks for your support and helping get my content out there with your likes, comments, subscribes, and shares, and helping me get quote-unquote famous in the physical plane. And I don't really want fame. I just want the money, because there's so much that I want to do for the land and for the people of this world with money. So fame, psh, overrated. Money, give me that. Give me those fat stacks. I got dreams and temples and schools to build. So again, we're talking about the dragons here, right? And the wood dragons, so they defy gravity. And we're in this Plutonic Aquarian energy of being breaking out of old cycles and old karma and old patterns. Okay, the wood dragon is bringing in, and especially in alignment with this Plutonic Aquarian energy, it is bringing in massive change in our heart consciousness, in the way we interact with the world, in the way we expand and view life and view how we exist in this earth plane. So some qualities of the wood dragon are determination. You know, trees are very determined. They're going to grow up. They're going to go against gravity. They're going to reach for the light. They're always moving up, up, up. Okay, so it's about moving forward, moving up, continuing on the path. Okay, trees are very nurturing, so that's another aspect of the wood dragon. It's a very nurturing energy. It gives, it provides, it doesn't hold expectations, because it knows that that is the cycle of life. It's always giving unto itself. Okay, even death is a way of giving, because without death we wouldn't have life. Death is essential for new life. We need space, or rather we need to clear space for the new life, right? Because there's only so much quote unquote space in our existence, and there's only so much that can fit within that space. And so death helps clear out what is old, what doesn't serve, what doesn't belong, so that new life can come in. Thus the seasons, thus, you know, we are now shifting, and we're going to be slowly returning to the original divine blueprint of the 13 lunar cycles. And I have been noticing this in my life over the last few months, as we have been heading into this energy. All the sisters, not all quite yet, but most of the sisters that I connect with in women's temple that I lead, in women's circles that I'm a part of, I've been noticing, and even like online on social media, the women leaders that I don't have a personal interaction with and yet I am connected with, I've been noticing that all of our cycles are syncing. And that is a big indicator of the earth shifting back to her original divine blueprint of being aligned with 13 lunar cycles, 13 zodiac signs of the zodiac, one new year somewhere between February and March. Yes, Dr. Brown, hang out here, chill out, grab a tea, grab a coffee, grab a snack, and just hang out with me while I do this reading. Thanks so much for joining me and keeping me company. Okay, so other qualities of the wood dragon: leadership. Dragons themselves, they're leaders of self, right? In the wood dragon, they like have this sense of presence, right? So it's about taking up the space that you are meant to occupy while you are here. Some other qualities of the wood dragon are warmth. You know, again, that ties into the nurturing aspect of their essence. They're also very diplomatic. Okay, the wood dragons are very skilled at handling tricky situations and finding peaceful resolutions. So this is going to play out in, of course, everything begins within, and that is mirrored in the outer. So the more we are able to be confident with ourselves, you know, dragons are very confident. Okay, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna come in and they're gonna be like, I'm here, and they're like, oh my gosh, dragons. Okay, I don't think that's how it actually happens, but it's funny to visualize, right? So these are some qualities of the wood dragon that is awakening within us. And the big question is, what is the legacy of you that is activated, right? What is your legacy? And again, remember, you are the legacy, dear one. You are the legacy. So let's look at the tarot for the zodiac signs for this lunar year, new year, what's coming up. And as I was meditating upon the energies yesterday, I was asking my guides, and I was asking the dragons, you know, how do I bring this reading to the collective? And they said, well, let's make it a little game. So I am using the in-between tarot, because it does feel like we are in between worlds right now. We are in between the past of all of that bullshit, patriarchal conditioning, programming, distortion, karmic baggage, trauma clearing, like that is stuff that's in the past. And the future, which is already in the here now, where we are just being empowered, thriving. We are sovereign in our truth. We are interconnected. We are interdependent, not codependent, interdependent. And between then and the future now, there's a transition period, right? And we are in this transition period. It takes a minute for the body, the density to catch up. Okay, like the energetic shift is the first shift, yes, yet then it needs a moment for the body to catch up. So it does feel like we're a little bit in this in-between transitionary period as we are in this year of the wood dragon, finding our roots, finding our strength, building our bark, so to speak, extending our branches. You know, some of us might be flowering for the first time, bearing fruit for the first time. So the in-between tarot called, and the way I was guided to do this reading is I'm going to pull one card for each of the sign of the zodiac. If it's a major card, that's gonna be your key energy. That's going to bring in your gifts and gentle blessings and gentle lessons through the year ahead. Okay, of course this is a timeless message, and I invite you to and encourage you to use your discernment and intuition. You know, if there's other messages that come through outside of what comes through here, please trust that, listen to that. If you're interested in a personal reading with me where we can look at your particular theme for the year ahead, because listen to general tarot readings, because we're not just the sun sign. Okay, it's like saying, oh, I'm a Virgo, I'm a brown woman. Like, okay, well, that doesn't really say much about your personality, or you know, how you navigate life challenges, or how you tap into leadership. So it's not enough to just look at your sun sign. You need to look at your other signs and see how the dynamics play. So again, general reading, take what resonates. If more messages come through, trust your intuition. You know, this is a good time to practice your intuition, your discernment, to connect deeper with your inner truth, your inner wisdoms. And if you're interested in a personal reading with me, where we can get one general card for the year ahead, and then we can also look at, you know, what are some key themes, what are some challenges, what are some gifts. We can even get one card for each month of the year, you know. I do offer private readings. We can get on a Zoom call, or I can do a pre-recorded link. So if you're interested in a private Lunar New Year reading with me, email me, Drasmin, DRASMIN, DreamWorks, and let me know if you want a pre-recorded reading or a scheduled Zoom reading, and I'll send you my scheduling link. I have very, very limited availability for Zoom readings, so pre-recorded is definitely more available. And my readings are donation based, okay? So what you can bring to me is received, and of course, you know, I appreciate you valuing my time and my energy. And all right, enough chit chat gabbing around. All right, now let's dive into this general reading for the Lunar New Year for the 12 signs of the zodiac. And I will pull a 13 look, as I say 13, that comes out. I was gonna say I will pull one more for a F.E.A.R. that can be your bonus reading, and it flew out. So I'm just gonna look at it right now, and then I'll do it at the end and see if the same message comes out. So what flew out was the 8 of Wands between the 9 of Wands, 8 and 9 of Wands. Okay, so the extra bonus message, the one for F.E.A.R., you know, if you're already tapped into the 13 lunar cycle, is shifting from 8 to 9, meaning getting out of moving from non-action to action, and yet action within. action from a place of trust. Maybe not necessarily knowing how things are going to work out or where you're going to end up, yet knowing that you just need to, quote unquote, have your bags packed and ready and continue taking aligned action, taking those baby steps forward into and towards that which is calling you to come fully online. Okay, so that's that bonus message, and I'll pull it again at the end and see if the same message comes out. All right, so let's start with a sip of my tea and a little bit of water here. 1 second, please. Okay, I have some music playing in the background. If it's a little loud and you can't hear me, please let me know, okay? Somebody left me a comment recently saying that I needed to have like more entertainment in my lives, like it's too fucking silent. And I'm over here like, well, I was striving to not have distractions in the background. So I have a little bit of music playing in the background, and you can let me know if you like the music, you don't honestly care, or if it bugs. Okay, so let's start with our lovely Aries. Aries, let's look at what is coming up. There it is, falling to the ground already, full of fire and energy. So I said, if it's a major card, we'll just pull one card, and if it's a minor card, we'll pull some clarifiers. Libra will come to you in a moment, in a couple moments. Okay, so Aries, the card that you got is a major, and you got the star between the star and the moon. Okay, so what I got for you is this year for you, Aries, is going to be like, the visual that I got, it's like you are emerging. It's like you've been underwater holding your breath for a really long time, and it's like just at that point where you feel like you're about to fucking pass out because you're like, God, I don't know how long I can do this. Finally, it's like you reach surface and you're just like, that's like that visual and that sensation. It's like, oh my God, I can breathe, I can breathe, I can breathe, everything's okay. I made it through the fucking storm. I made it through like something really difficult and painful. So I get the sense for you, Aries, or wherever Aries sits in your chart, is this is the year where you're going to feel a sense of restoration. That's the key word that's coming for you, Aries. Restoration, okay? The gift of the dragons for you this year is restoration. It's like you get a little bit of reprieve to for that scar tissue to build. Okay, it's like everything up to this point has just felt raw and aggravated and triggery and irritable and cranky and hangry and just like, what the fuck, I can't seem to like get my feet underneath me. And now this year is bringing you a bit of respite, a bit of restoration, a sense of ease, a sense of peace, that you have been through the worst of it and the worst is behind you. Okay, I'm getting that very clearly right now. The worst is behind you. Okay, so trust in this new cycle of ease that's going to let you just kind of integrate and ground back into your body, mind, heart, and spirit. Okay, Aries? That's the overall key theme for you for this Lunar New Year. Now let's look at Taurus. Taurus, we got that card that came out for the overall energy, the Eight of Wands between the Eight of Nine. And I said if I pulled a minor, we're going to get a clarifier. So let's look at that. And the clarifier is a major card, the magician, between the magician and the high priestess. Okay, so again, this is very much confirming that original message, which is, you know, shifting away from action to non-action, and yet that non-action is more internal focused. And the magician here, between the magician and the high priestess, is confirming for you, Taurus, this is going to be a year where you are being guided to spend more time cultivating your spiritual practices. And spiritual practices means meditation, time in nature, time, you know, connecting with your intuitive gifts. Hi, Jade. Thanks for saying hi. Time to just reconnect with your truth, your inner voice, your wisdoms, your desires, your needs. What is it about you that you love in this life? Okay, what is it about you that gets you excited to get out of bed and motivated to show up and do the things that you don't necessarily want to do, yet they need to get done? Okay, like toilet needs to get cleaned, dishes need to get washed, laundry needs to get folded. You know, there's stuff that we got to do everyday life. Yet this is asking you to go deeper, okay? This lunar new year cycle, Taurus, is asking you to go deeper. Yes, you have the power to create whatever you like and want in this life. Yet in order to create the life that you want, in order to attract that dream partner, in order to move to that city, in order to, you know, no longer work the 9-to-5 grind, you know, just work a couple hours a week, or not work at all, you know, write an incredible book and you're set for life. Whatever it is, you have to connect with yourself. And that starts with connecting with your feminine energy, regardless of body. So this year for you, Taurus, is all going to be about connecting with your intuition, connecting with your feminine energy, connecting with your inner truth, doing soul work around healing wounds, connected with trust, with validation, with worth. In fact, the shamanic drumming journey that I did yesterday for Shamanic Sundays was, the theme was reclaiming worth. So check that out if that calls to you. And in part 2 of the power and prosperity codes, the dragons bring in a blessing to reignite trust within you. Okay, so for you, Taurus, this lunar cycle is bringing you the spaciousness and really pushing you into reconnecting with your inner truth. Okay, that's the message and the theme for you, Taurus, for the year of the lunar cycle 2024. Now let's look at Gemini. What's up, Gemini? How you all doing? Okay, Gemini, we have the 8 of Cups between the 8 and the 9, okay? Similar to the previous energy of the Taurus, yet for you, it's an emotional shift, okay? Because Wands is about the intuition and Cups is about our emotions. So between the 8 and the 9, it's like you are finally shifting away from heaviness, from grieving, from relationships, situations, jobs, hobbies, patterns, mindsets, people that perhaps at one point brought you joy and yet no longer fulfill you, right? Because that is just part of evolution. We are always in change. Change is the only constant. Sometimes the change is very slow. Sometimes it's like, hold on, I need to catch my breath. But either way, change is the only constant. So it's like you're finally shifting away from the heaviness. It is a minor, so let's get another confirmation card for you. And we get the Hanged Man between the Hanged Man and death. Okay, so it's like you're coming out of this energy of being very introverted. Okay, it's like you're finally shifting out of this very introverted time in your life where you've just been evaluating the relationships in your life. Especially relationships is a key theme for you, Gemini. I'm sensing through this lunar year. And dragons are usually, most of the elemental dragons are very sociable creatures. Wood dragons are very sociable creatures. So I'm seeing that relationships are going to play a big theme for you this year, Gemini, and you're going to be shifting away from relationships that don't serve you anymore, that don't bring you joy. As I always say, go where you are celebrated and encouraged, not where you are tolerated and dismissed. And for you, Gemini, I'm seeing, or wherever Gemini sits in your chart, it's like you're finally shifting away from just being tolerated, from just like, okay, I guess, fine, whatever, to fuck yeah, welcome, roll out the red carpet, Gemini's in the house, okay? And you're going towards death. And death is simply transformation, okay? So don't let that scare you, being in between the Hanged Man and death. Death is like, it's time. It's time. And we need the fire. We need that fire energy, because the ashes, they are nourishment for new life. Okay, so you are shifting out of being introverted and you're heading into, an immense cellular transformation with the death card, with the rebirth card. Yet know that you are absolutely loved and held through this. It's time for you to start reconnecting. You're going from 8 of Cups to 9 of Cups. So reconnecting. 9 of Cups is about self-fulfillment, reconnecting with your passions, your hobbies, your interests. Maybe some people in your life, if you're ready to reopen relationships. I don't really for some of you that may be relevant, where you are rekindling certain friendships and you are reaching out to some people again, yet you might still be feeling tender, and that's okay. All right, I recently had no, I'm being asked to not talk about that, so I'm gonna honor that. So this is the theme for you, Gemini. It's like finally shifting out of deep, heavy thinking, introspection, feeling, analyzing, processing, integrating past experiences, and coming out of, being upside down, looking inward to, okay, now what's next? Now, how can I fulfill my own cup? Now, how can I nourish myself, mind, heart, body, spirit every day? Now, how do I come into my 9 of Cups, my self-fulfillment and my happiness, so that I can attract that, more of that, within my relationships and friendships with other. And there might be 1 or 2 people that you might be reconnecting with and opening up to again, and reaching out and say, hey, I took some time out to, do some soul work for myself, and I'm ready to reconnect, yet I just need a little gentleness, and really trust your pace and your process. This is your life, okay? And I know Geminis can be very fast moving. Oh my God, always going. I understand. I'm a Virgo, so I'm also ruled by the same planet that Mercury, or that Gemini is, which is Mercury, which is very liquid, very fluid, very fast thinking. But you can definitely be gentle with yourself. So please be gentle with yourself, because you're definitely coming out of a very tender space. So make sure that you are surrounded by people who can listen to understand, who can be sensitive, who can show up for you in the ways that you need, as you are coming back to being that amazing being, that social butterfly that you are. Okay, all right, so that's for Gemini. Now let's look at Cancer. Ooh, this card keeps popping up. Okay, did you all see that? That just flipped as I said Cancer. 8 of Wands between the 8 and the 9. I feel like I'm gonna need to like get my little recorder out and just record the meaning of this card and just hit play. But again, for Cancer energy, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, I was feeling like the in-between tarot called, because we are in between the past and the future. We are in this transition period. Cancer energy again is coming out, similar to Taurus and Gemini energy, but very similar to the Taurus energy, where it's like the Cancer is finally coming out of I'm getting a slightly different message for Cancer than for Taurus, so let me tune into this. For Cancer, I'm getting this energy of you are finally coming out of this loop Okay, this is what I'm getting. It's like you've been caught in this loop of mistrusting yourself. Okay, whereas the other energy, they're just shifting into deeper trust with self. It's like Cancer energy has been stuck in a loop of a doubting self. Okay, big doubt energy coming through for the Cancerian energy. It's like maybe you got really hurt in this life or in a past life. Maybe you've had situations in your life where the people that were supposed to love and protect you really like did some shit, okay, and really broke your heart. Like I'm getting, like, I'm feeling it in my heart, in my higher heart right now. This almost like, it's almost like you were psychically attacked. That's what I'm getting for some of you Cancer energy, or where Cancer sits in your placement. And I feel this as well for where Cancer sits in my chart. My Cancer sits in Chiron. So this is something I've been working on for a few years. I won't go into Cancer and Chiron. Maybe I'll do that in a different reading, what Chiron is. But this is the energy that I'm getting for you, Cancer. It's like you have been attacked psychically, or you have been persecuted, or you have been shunned almost for your deep sensitive nature, for your intuitive, for your spiritual gifts. And now with this new cycle, this Lunar New Year coming in, it's like you're finally coming out of a deep sleep. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you. Look at this. Okay, and then we get the Knight of Coins, between the Knight and the Queen of Coins. Okay, so this year, okay, what I'm seeing for you, Cancer, is you are being reactivated right now into empowering your sensitive and spiritual gifts, whether that's nurturing your home, nurturing your family, taking care of plants, taking care of pets, writing a book, creating a song, being of service to the community. It's like you are going to be getting so many ideas, and you're going to be doing research and study and really devoting your energy and time towards the word that came through was monetizing your personal gifts, your sensitive spiritual gifts. Okay, because the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, is being there. You're sitting in the receiving of all of the effort, but you're not quite there. You're in between. Okay, so it's like you're shifting out of this fucking loop. Okay, it's like I'm seeing this I'm seeing this loop of energy, and it's like almost like a hamster wheel, and you've just been in this fucking hamster wheel of going around and around. The bus we go, the bus we go, around and around the bus we go all day long, to the point where it's just like, fuck, I don't even know like who to trust or what to do. But now with this new lunar year that's here, okay, this like masculine energy is resting, the feminine energy is coming back online. So it's like a re-ignition of your intuition, of your sensitive nature, of your feminine power. This is not about body, this is about the energy. We all have feminine energy. Feminine is about what comes from within to the without, and that is going to help attract and bring to you, as you step into this deep trust within yourself. You are now being given ideas and inspiration from the divine of how to monetize your gifts, whether and you don't have to necessarily monetize it, but I am getting for a lot of you Cancers, there is going to be financial revenue that comes in, and for a few of you it's almost like you're, as not through this year possibly, but over the years after you go through this stage of getting back in touch with your intuitive gifts, getting connected with your spiritual gifts, learning how to nurture yourself, your mind, your heart, your body, connecting with people in your life that can support you and encourage you, empower you. As you go towards that, I'm seeing that over the next few years, okay, I'm getting like a couple of years from now, in the next 2 to 5 years is what I'm getting for a few of you. It's like the money that's going to come in from whatever you are guided to take action upon, assuming you take aligned action towards that, whatever spiritual gifts you decide to empower and bring fully online in service to the community. It's like the money that's going to come in for that, it's almost going to be like a payback for the lifetimes of persecution that you have experienced for your talents and for your gifts. That's amazing, okay? That's amazing. So it's time for you to get up and trust yourself, trust your guidance. You've been through the worst is behind you, okay? And start taking aligned action, even if it's something as simple as, you know, setting up a little altar, or just, you know, making a little cozy space in the corner of your room where you can just connect with that soft, sweet, gentle energy. That is going to bring you closer and closer towards feeling very safe within yourself and with your unique gifts that are ready to be ignited and are so needed in this world. Okay, Cancer? So that is the theme and the message for you for the lunar year of 2024. Okay? Now let's look at Leo. Hello, my Leos, my lovely lions and lionesses. Rawr. That was more like a big cat than a lion. Rawr. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at what's coming in for Leo. Okay, for Leo, we get the 6 of Cups between the 6 and 7 of Cups. Let's look at a clarifier for this, please. And we get the Sun, or we get the Moon between the Moon and the Sun. Okay, so Leo, what is coming in for you through this Lunar New Year is an expansion within giving and receiving. It's like things have felt okay. Like, all right, I'm giving and receiving, and it feels fair and equivalent, and, you know, things are okay, but I just feel like there could be more juice within the giving and receiving. There could be more passion. I think that there's this like viral song thing on TikTok and Instagram. More passion, more energy, more footwork, or something like that. But that's playing in my head right now as I'm seeing this card. It's like you've been going through life and it's just felt a bit like you're floating, like you're just getting by, like there's just been enough to feel fair, and yet it's not like, wow, life is so good, like I'm giving my fullest and I'm receiving my fullest. It's like I'm giving and receiving and it feels good, but now the energy is shifting between 6 of Cups and 7 of Cups, because 7 of Cups is about possibilities. What else is possible? How does it get any better than this? What more can I tap into? How much more love can I receive? How much more adventure can I experience? How much more pleasure can I cultivate? Okay, 7 of Cups is about ideas and dreams and possibilities and choices and options, and oh my gosh, like how do I even choose? Almost like, wow, it's limitless, it's endless, okay? And we get clarified from the Moon to the Sun. So it's like you're shifting out of this energy of just like barely, you know, and I felt the energy of floating, and this person here is floating. It's like now you're getting out of the energy of just floating, and you're shifting into, okay, now I'm really feeling excited about connecting with this person, because it's going to fill and overflow my cup. It's not just going to sit and feed one aspect of me, whether it's like in mental stimulation, emotional nurturing, physical connection, creative, you know, support, business allyship. You know, it's going to be like a combination or all of that coming in, and it's going to shift you from the moon, which is very the night energy, towards the sun, towards like feeling alive and feeling that Leo energy of just like va va voom, va baby, I am here and I am seen and I am known and I love and I love life. Okay, it's like a deeper expansion of how relationships show up in your life, both for yourself, within yourself, and with the people in your life. What a beautiful energy for you, Leo, coming in through this Lunar New Year. I'm very excited for you, Leos, and wherever Leo sits in your chart. Now let's look at Virgo. What's coming in for the Virgos for the Lunar New Year? Okay, we get that Six of Cups. You all just saw me shuffle. We got that Six of Cups between the 6 and 7. So let's see what comes in to clarify this card. Ooh, and we get the Chariot. The Chariot between the Chariot and Strength. Okay. So yes, for you, Virgo, I'm seeing that you are shifting into receiving the rewards for how much you have given. Okay, that's the message that I got for you, Virgo. It's like movement is coming in, big movement, big changes, and it's almost like you've been giving and you've been, you know, cultivating healthy boundaries and learning about your boundaries around how to give and how to receive. As a Virgo, I'm definitely resonating with the message here. Virgo Sun, Virgo 12th house. So I'm definitely resonating with this message of like, you've been learning how to like give and receive, how to find balance and reciprocity and equivalence in relationships. And with this major card confirming here, it's like now you are going to receive the rewards for how much you have continued to give and show up and stay in balance and stay in, you know, trust that everything's going to come back to you 100-fold, and that's going to restore you. It's going to renew your strength. It's almost like you're just at the edge of burnout. You're just at the edge of being depleted. You're just on that edge of just like, I'm just walking a fucking tightrope here, just getting through. I feel good, life is good, but I'm just like, it's taking all of my strength to show up in this really positive and empowered and balanced way. And now what I'm getting for you, you know, with the shift from 6 to 7, 7 is movement. The Chariot is the 7 card. 7 is movement. 7 is creation. 7 is fulfillment. 7 is there's 7 directions, 7 laws of creation, so on and so forth. So it's like now you're going to be you're going to see the fruit of your labor, so to speak, of, you know, the time and energy that you've put into people, jobs, passion projects, your home, whatever, and you're going to get the rewards for that, and that's going to like restore your sense of strength. It's going to be like, okay, all right, thank you, you know, yes, pass the praise, pass the accolades, you know, yes, massage my shoulders, massage my feet, okay, all right, I'm receiving, and I'm just like getting recharged from all of these blessings that are coming back into my life. Okay, so receive your blessings this year, Virgo. Okay, receive these blessings and continue giving and cultivating balance in the giving and receiving of all aspects of your life. All right, beautiful energy for you, Virgo. Now let's look at Libra. Ooh. Libra, Dr. Brown, if you're still here, I know you've been so patiently waiting for your reading. Thank you so much, darling. Hi, everyone who's joining in live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for saying hi. Woo. Okay. All right, let's look at Libra. Libra, you get the Hanged Man, between the Hanged Man and the Death card. So for Libra energy, this is a coming out of a deep time of introspection, of what I'm getting for you, Libra. It's like this wasn't necessarily something that you asked for or were expecting. It's almost like life just kind of, it feels, because life is only ever working in your favor. It feels like you were just like put in a box. Like you were just like pushed into a corner and you just kind of had to go like this for a moment and just like rock. Okay, that's like the visual that I got. It's just like you've kind of been in this energy of just like head down, holding yourself in, just like maybe a little bit of porcupine quills coming out. Okay, maybe you're a little bit like, don't fucking talk to me right now. Okay, I got too much going on. Like I'm just like so much happening. But it's like now you're finally shifting out of that energy. Okay, this year it's like you're finally shifting out, and it's like you can uncurl your spine, you can stretch your legs, you can stretch your arms to the heavens, and you can just let the bullshit take care of itself. Okay, just let it be. Give it up to God, give it up to the goddess. Okay, justice and vengeance is not for you to act upon, because that is not your role in the human experience. Okay, because Libra is all about justice. Okay, Libra is all about balance, but sometimes in the pursuit of balance and justice, the shadow of the Libra is people pleasing. Okay, so it's like you're shifting out of this energy and you're being asked to just remain mindful and aware of what pushed you into this corner in the first place, and let that burn away in those flames. Like I'm very much drawn to the fire here. It's like you are rising above all of this bullshit that's just burning away, and you don't even have to do anything about it. You just have to stay present within yourself and trust the transformation that's coming. Let the bridges that need to be burned, let them be burned. Okay, you don't have to go consciously like cuss people out and, you know, tell them that they're this or that for whatever they may or may not have done to you in your moment of need. Okay, this is your time to come back to the land of the living. Okay, come back, shift out of where you've been and really start anchoring the blessings and the wisdoms from this time of introspection and isolation into forward movement in your life, and that's going to be your rebirth and your transformation. Okay, Libra? So finally shifting out of a heavy energy, and yet there is still a lot of transformation that's going to happen now in the external world as we go through the year. Okay, because as within, so without. But you gotta like uncurl, unfurl, and continue seeing things from the higher perspective. You know, project yourself in your future timeline and ask yourself, how would me a year from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, look at the situation and respond. Okay, maturity is response. Okay, immaturity is reaction. Reaction comes from a place of defensiveness and being triggered and just being unaware, but responding comes from a place of awareness. So you're being asked to be very mindful as you shift out of being very introspective, to not be reactive, but to choose responsiveness first and foremost to yourself. Okay, Libra? Beautiful energy for you. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's look at Scorpio. What's coming up, Scorpio? Ooh, look at that. Scorpio, we get Queen, between the Queen and the King. Okay, so Scorpio energy, and whenever Scorpio sits in your chart, I'm seeing for you, Scorpio, that you're very welcome, Dr. Brown. I'm glad those messages resonated with you. Thank you for letting me know. I love hearing from all of you. So Scorpio, you get the Queen, between the Queen and the King. So this year, Scorpio is going to be about your sense of stability, your sense of safety, your sense of belonging, shall we say, within your home, within your life, within your community. I'm seeing this growing over the year ahead, okay? There's going to be a lot of expansion in your wealth. And wealth is not just money, it's also time, energy, gifts, resources, of course, finances, okay? So for you, Scorpio, there's a lot of expansion coming for you through this year, and you're being asked to make sure to take time out to receive those blessings, okay? To appreciate the people in your life, to appreciate how far you have come, okay? Where you are now really starting to tap into empowered thriving, because this is what we are going into as a collective. That's what the quote-unquote new age, which is the now here earth, okay, the golden age that we are now in, or at the beginning of, okay, that's what it is about. It's about empowered thriving. And so Scorpio, your energy for this year is about realizing that you're in a really good place mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and it's just going to keep getting better. It's going to keep growing, it's going to keep expanding, and you're being asked to, you know, continue putting in the work, but also make sure to take time out every single day to count your blessings, to appreciate the people in your life, to appreciate yourself. You know, I believe there was a speech or something by Snoop Dogg who's like, last but not least, I want to thank me, right? So that's kind of that energy that I'm getting for you, Scorpio. It's like, last and certainly not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for showing up. I want to thank me for doing the work. I want to thank me for believing in my dreams. And I'm going to receive more of what I desire and what I am deserving of, because I am the bee's knees. Did that rhyme? I did not mean for that to rhyme, if it rhymed. So Scorpio, beautiful energy for you coming in this year, okay? Continue receiving your blessings, continue working on what you're doing. You're doing great, and it's just going to get better for you. All right, darlings? All right, now let's look at Sagittarius. Brad, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's see. Dr. Brown, thank you so much for that follow as well. Thank you, David Smith, for the follow. If there is anyone who followed while I'm on this live and I didn't give you a shout out, please forgive me. Sometimes the screen moves really fast, and then when I'm like channeling, I'm in the moment. So thank you everyone for your likes and comments and follows and shares. I really appreciate you helping me grow on this channel. And of course, when you follow and connect with me directly, then the messages get more refined and I'm able to tap more into your energy. Okay. All right. Where were we? Oh, that's right. Saggies. Saggies. Hello, Saggies. Sagittarius. Are you going to give me a card? Okay, here we go. Sagittarius, you have the 10 between the 10 and the Ace of Swords, okay? So Sagittarius, you are ending, I'm going to pull a clarifier, even though this is an ending card. You are ending a cycle of mental turmoil. And we get an Ace of Cups between the Ace and the Two of Cups, okay? So Sagittarius, you are ending a cycle of mental turmoil. You are ending cycle, you have, it's not are, you have. This is already like energy that has happened, okay? And if it's not alive for you, it's simply because you're not choosing to accept that this ending has happened, okay? That's a very clear message that's coming through for the Sagittarius energy. This cycle is fucking dead, gone, kaput, no longer is, okay? The cycle of doing things alone, of being alone, of not having people that you can count on, not having people that you can trust, not having people that support you and believe in you and encourage you and empower you and celebrate you. That 10 of Swords, 10 Ten of Swords. You know, in the traditional tarot, the guy is laying on the ground with all the swords, you know, pinning him down or surrounding him, and he's fucking bleeding. He's dead. He's dead, gone by. But you're between the 10 and the Ace, so it's like you're going through this rebirth right now. And then we get the clarifier of the Ace of Cups, where it's like your heart is being reawakened. Okay, it's like the universe, God, goddess, source, consciousness, the divine has stepped in, and what I got, what this beautiful visual that I got is like this little like blob of a person just sitting in this like puddle and in this dark space, and then like this ball of light coming in and just like blowing this like sweet little kiss, and this ball of light like liquefying and then like growing wings and coming out and like spreading out, and this like beautiful person is like dancing in the wind and just like shooting little rainbow beams, little bubbles, rainbow bubbles out of their heart, and they're just like, I'm just here and everything's okay and I'm gonna be great. Like that's kind of the visual that I got just now when I pulled these two cards. And there's this butterfly here, and butterflies talk about transformation. In fact, fun fact about the butterfly, thank you, Brad Bates, for the follow. The fun fact about the butterfly, before they're butterflies, they're caterpillars, very fuzzy, not very pretty to look at, but in between the caterpillar and the butterfly, they go into a cocoon that they weave of, you know, their own essence, and they completely dissolve in the cocoon. That's why you should never ever go and fuck with anything that's in a cocoon, okay? They have to go through this journey alone. So it's like, Sagittarius, I'm getting this energy that for many of you, you have been forced into a period of deep aloneness, so that you can face loneliness, okay? And there's a big difference between being alone and feeling lonely, okay? Because you can be with other people and still feel lonely, okay? And when you feel lonely in the company of other people, it's because they are not your vibrational match. They are not the people for you. You should never feel lonely when you are with other people, okay? Loneliness only comes up when we are connected to people that are not our soul tribe, okay? That is the only time loneliness comes up. Otherwise, we just feel alone, like, hey, I feel alone right now, I could use a friend. Or, hey, I feel alone right now, I would love to, you know, go to the movies with you know, my friend, or whatever, my partner, my lover, okay? If you feel lonely, okay, it's because you are not connected with your soul truth, and you are connecting with people who are not shining that light and mirroring that for you, okay? So it's like you were pushed, Sagittarius, into aloneness so you could face the loneliness that you feel, or felt rather, so that you could come back to your sense of worthiness and how unique and beautiful and powerful you are. And we get the Ace of Cups between the Ace and the Two of Cups coming up as a clarifier, because now you have come out of your cocoon. You're like, ooh, look, I have these beautiful wings, right? It's that visual that I got. And now you're coming through this new lunar year, you're going to be coming into deeper union within yourself. You're going to, you know, from Ace of Cups, from like that heart awakening, to the Two of Cups, the union of the duality within self. You're realizing that you are both yin and yang, okay? You are both yin and yang. You are both light and night. The one cannot exist without the other, okay? You are all of it. You are all of it, and that is going to be the key theme playing out for you through this Lunar New Year, Sagittarius. Just coming into deeper union within yourself, deeper love for yourself, and also being surrounded by so much love, because you have gone through this dark night of the soul. You've gone through this period of enforced isolation to recognize especially the people in your life that were just draining you, okay, and not supporting you. And now you're like, well, that cycle's gone by, and over here this cute little butterfly, And I've just been like awakened by God, and everything is great, and I'm gonna just go and live my best life now, and I'm just gonna learn how to fall in love with myself this year. So go fall in love with yourself, Sagittarius, this year, and let yourself be loved up for you, Saggies, or wherever Saggy sits in your chart. Okay, now let's look at the energies for Capricorn. Let's go. Wow, 2 cards flew out. Okay. 2 cards flew out for you, Capricorn. And I love this because we have just completed that Plutonic Capricorn cycle of the last 15-20 years. Look at the energy for Capricorn. We get 10 of Cups between the 10 and the Ace of Cups. And we get the Hermit between the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so what is this saying to me? It's like now you are entering this cycle where you can... First of all, after the Hermit comes the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is a 10. We have 2 10s here, okay? Even though, yeah, this is the in-between, we're going towards that 10. Like, that's what's coming in, this new cycle. So the Wheel of Fortune is about 1 and 0. It's about making choices and decisions that turn the wheel of life, of fate, into your hands, into your favor, okay? It's about recognizing that, yes, we are all here, a part of the grand design and the great mystery and the cosmic plan, and simultaneously we also have the power of free will to choose how we activate and bring to life our best life, so to speak. Okay, so this is what's coming in for you. This lunar new year, we go from 10 of Cups to Ace of Cups. It's like you're going to go through this expansion of your emotional fulfillment. Okay, it's like you're going to be even more connected with yourself, with your passion project, with your home, with your friends, with your partner, with your children, with your pets, with your plants, with all of it. Okay, you're going to be connecting with all of it in a really big way, and that's going to amplify the wealth that you already are. That's going to bring to you even more blessings, okay? Because you have been in this, with the Pluto and Capricorn energy, especially like Earth signs and Capricorn signs, obviously, because it's been in Capricorn, the last 15-20 years has just felt like just like this deep, like, clearing out of programs and conditions and whatever gunk is in the consciousness. It's just like been clearing it all out, and now liberation, freedom, good times, celebrate good times, come on and get a good night, or however that song goes. Okay, that's the song that came through. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's like you're going to be like celebrating good times. You're going to feel like the worst is behind you. You get to finally like appreciate and share the love and amplify the love in your life and grow your friendships and deepen your relationships. Okay, so trust that heavy cycle is finally completed. If you don't believe me, look to the stars. They do have some answers. And love, that's really our greatest purpose. Our greatest purpose is to love and to be loved. And how we choose to love and to be loved shows up in many different ways. Okay, we have the 5-8 languages by Gary Chapman, and y'all know I added 3 more to that. So 8 love languages. We got quality time. Okay, I like to call it presence, when you're just like fully present with each other without like distractions of phone or bills or hunger or gotta poop or whatever. You're just like fully present with each other. Then you have words of affirmation, lots of loving, kind words, positive encouragement, validation, feedback, and so on and so forth. Then you have acts of service. Okay, you have physical touch, loving, healing touch. You have gifts, thoughtful, loving gifts. Okay, and then the 3 I added are space. Sometimes people just need space. Okay, it's not personal. Silence and stillness, okay, just sharing space together but not communicating. That's a big one for me. I love spending time with people that are close to me, not necessarily talking, just sharing the same place together but not communicating, especially because, and this is something that of course I've just kind of figured out in my years of trial and error and failed relationships. I don't really see life as a failure though, you know, because we're always learning and growing and discovering ourselves deeper. And then the last one I added is nourishment, and that comes through food, through music. You know, there's so many ways that the soul can feel nourished. So what is your giving love language, and what is your receiving love language? And they're not always one and the same. And so for you, Capricorn, through this Lunar New Year, you're really going to be learning about how you give and how you receive love. And that's what's going to keep life turning in your favor, okay? The more tapped in you are with your heart-centered truth. If the Pluto and Capricorn energy taught us anything, it's that we cannot operate only from the mind, okay? Because that'll only take us so far. And that is a lesson that every single person, regardless of zodiac sign, has learned. Or if they haven't, well, you already know that. And I'm just confirming that for you. Okay, so that was the energy for Capricorn. Now let's look at Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. I went dancing on Saturday night. I just had all of this energy. There's the card for Aquarius. I had all this energy Saturday night and or Saturday, and I was like, I want to go dancing. And then a DJ friend of mine sent me a message. He's like, hey, are you coming out to the Age of Aquarius extravaganza tonight? I'll put you on the guest list. I was like, what? That sounds great. So that fucking Age of Aquarius song has come in. I don't even know like what the original song is or who sings it. All I know is that line, Age of Aquarius, Age of Aquarius. Okay, I'm done. Aquarius, ooh, you got the same card as Capricorn, but you got the major without any other cards. So this is a big shift, okay, which makes sense. Hello, we're in the Age of Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, you get the Hermit, between the Hermit and the 10, okay? So Aquarians, this year is about you coming out of unmasking. That's the big word that just came through, okay? Aquarian, and wherever Aquarius sits in your chart, okay, this is the year where you finally reveal your genius, okay? That's what I just got. This year, you get to start speaking about what you know, and people in your life and people in your community be like, what the fuck? Who are you and what have you done to my friend? Because you have so much knowledge. Like, Aquarians are here to change the way we think and perceive the world. And that is why this Pluto in Aquarius is such a big fucking deal. Like, the last time we had Pluto in Aquarius, we saw the French and the American Revolution, okay? It's a life-changing energy. Okay, so for you Aquarians, it's like this is the year where you come out of being silent, where you come out of being in the background, where you come out of just kind of watching everything around you, because you're really fucking smart, okay? Well, I love having conversations with Aquarians because they scintillate my mind and they get me thinking, okay? I love sharing time with Aquarian energies, intellectual Aquarians, because not all Aquarians are like tapped into their genius. I'm talking about you Aquarians, and wherever Aquarius sits in your chart, it's like that genius within you, that knowledge, that ancient wisdom within you is asking to come out and be seen this year. And that is going to shift you from the 9, the Hermit, the quiet, the sage, the all-knowing seer, the one who has been sitting there and studying and reading and integrating and processing information, to the Wheel of Fortune, which is where, you know, now you get to turn the wheel of fortune in your favor, where now you can start capitalizing on your gifts, monetizing your talents, becoming well known for a specific niche, a specific what's the word? Help me. Where you are the leader of a certain topic, shall we say, okay? So this is the year where you're being asked to really trust in what you know and to start and to take steps towards being recognized as a pioneer was the word that was coming through, not quite, as an expert, that's the word, as an expert in what you have spent years, so some of you lifetimes, studying and gathering knowledge and information about. Okay, this is the year for you to come out of the shell and start shining your brilliant genius light. Okay, Aquarius? Okay, and now we're gonna look at Pisces. Let's see what's coming up for Pisces. Okay, through the lunar new year, we have the 3 of coins between the 3 and the 4. Okay, and let's get a clarifier for that, please. Okay, and then we get the 5 of coins between the 5 and the 6 of coins. Okay, so for you Pisces, this is going to be a year of collaboration. Okay, this is going to be a year of collaboration. That is the only way that you're going to be able to grow, whether it is personally, professionally, mentally, spiritually, creatively, what the fuck ever. Okay, you need to collaborate, you need to communicate. Okay, you need to allow yourself to receive help and support. Delegating is going to be a big part. Okay, sharing ideas, using discernment. Okay, don't just like give your pearls to everybody, because there are people who just, don't cast your pearls before swine, is what I just heard. Okay, so Pisces, use discernment, and you're the water signs. You're the deep intuition, all-knowing consciousness. Okay, you're the depths of the soul. You're the last water element. So Pisces, water, deep ocean. We don't know what the fuck's in the ocean. Okay, and that can sometimes feel like, I don't know what to do. But what you're being asked is, this year, as you are, look, bottom of the deck, the Emperor, between the Emperor and the Hierophant. Okay, you're being asked to create structures and routines in your life that can support your growth as a being in the human experience. Okay, again, personally, professionally, however way this resonates. Okay, but having people in your life, because Pentacles, you got 2 Pentacles card. Okay, this is going to be a year where, again, that wood dragon energy, you're being asked to anchor your roots. You're being asked to grow your limbs. Okay, reach out, let little birdies come sit on you and build little nests on you. Let the people come to you. Open up your heart, open up your mind. Be open-minded to collaborations, to ideas, to passion projects, to relationships, to finding your sense of belonging in your life. Okay, 3 is about 1, 2, 3. That's the first formation. It's the strongest bond. And then from 5 to 6, from shifting from 5 of just like, because 5 of shifting from 5, which is a pause, to 6, which is a balanced exchange of energy. Okay, it's like exchanging energy in a balanced way so that you can continue growing and building stability and structure for you. Okay, being the leader in your own life, creating routines. Routines and schedules and systems that can support your wellness, your mental wellness, your physical wellness, your emotional wellness, your creative exploration, your spiritual expansion, all of the ways. Okay, letting people in your life, letting people in your heart, letting yourself be supported, asking for help, and allowing yourself to receive, not being a stubborn donkey. Okay, that's going to greatly support you this year in the activation of your legacy. Okay, so that is the theme for you Pisces. And now I'm going to pull one last card As promised, I pulled it at the beginning of the reading. It's for Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign that will be restored in the calendar in the next few years. Sometimes I get timeline messages, but I'm asked to not share because then that can create a distorted expectation within the matrix. And ultimately God and Goddess knows all, right? Okay, so let's get one final message for Ophiuchus, or you can just take this as a look. Fucking cards are everywhere. My hands are starting to hurt a little bit, so I need to stop using them and massage them. Okay, one last card, please. A bonus message for this Lunar New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Dragons. Okay, we have the King of Wands between the King and the Page of Wands. So this is not the same card that we pulled at the beginning for the bonus message, but I do love this anyway as the bonus message, and I'm glad that the card changed, and this is a very empowering energy. So the King of Wands between the King and the Page is saying, this year for all of us, okay, is going to be the year where we learn how to be both teacher and student. Okay, we are masters in certain aspects of the life, and yet we are also students in other aspects of our life, and that's just part of the balance. That's just part of the duality. Okay, and Wands talks about the intuition. It's the first element. It's air. Okay, so it's about how can you remain a teacher and student in your interpersonal relationships with others, whether it is people that you know and are intimately connected with, whether it's acquaintances and allies, or just strangers. Okay, how can you stay sovereign and authentic to who you are while also being open-minded and curious to the perspectives and experiences of another? Okay, how can you stay anchored in your truth and also see the truth of another? Because truth is singular, yet the versions are many, and we are all versions of the divine. We are all manifestations of life source consciousness, yet we are all source. I am source, you're source. Okay, this water right here is source. Okay, the raspberries that are in my jam, holy shit, I almost dropped it. That would have been a fucking mess because I didn't close the lid. What are you doing, Olive? You know, we are all source, yet how we show up in the world is unique and individual and sovereign. We all have gifts, and we all have shit that we're navigating every day, and we all have challenges, you know, because we're just in the human experience. We're in density. Okay, like my hands, they're hurting me right now. So whatever it is, can you see your divinity within yourself and the not so divine parts, the mess, the ick, the uncomfortable, and can you also see that in another? Okay, can you be both teacher and student? Can you be both the master and the dreamer? Can you be the weaver and the thread? Okay, that's the message. That's that bonus message that's coming through. Okay, with this year of the wood dragon. So those are all the messages that I have today for this happy Lunar New Year tarot reading for all 12 signs of the zodiac. Whew! I don't even know how long I've been live because I can't really see on TikTok time, and I don't know when I started because I didn't check the time. So if these messages resonate with you, I would love to hear from you. What was one key highlight, takeaway from this reading for you today? What is a dream or a mama manifestation that you are working on right now, that you are bringing alive this year? Comment down below. Let me know. Let us celebrate and encourage and empower each other. And thank you again for all your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your follows, for being with me live. If you've been with me the whole time, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time and energy with me. Deeply, deeply received. And if you feel so inspired to donate to me and my channel. All of the details for that are in the description box of the replay video on YouTube, and you are welcome to donate if you feel inspired. It is not expected and yet always deeply received, appreciated, and supports me. Because, you know, we all need money to do life things right now in the current construct. So thank you for supporting me in that way as well. All right. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to close this reading. Well, I was going to light some Palo Santo, but I don't know where my lighter went. My lighter has disappeared into a different dimension. Fantastic. Isn't that great? Okay. So we're just going to close this reading with this little bell here. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. I'm sending you love and blessings for an empowering, loving, and thriving year. And until we meet again, take care and be well.